non-stop minutes of news and weather. Western Mass News 11 at 11.
We begin with the newest developments in the search for the next superintendent of Springfield Public Schools. Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday for Western Mass News 11 at 11. I'm Abby Carnevale. A legal organization here in Massachusetts sending a letter to the school committee today threatening legal action if that committee doesn't start at square one. Western Mass News reporter Matt Price is live in studio with more details. And Matt, they're proposing a complete overhaul.
Abby, lawyers for Civil Rights Boston are warning the Springfield Schools Committee any continuation of this current search could bring potential litigation.
This is a high-level search. This is an executive-level search for one of the most important school districts in New England. This is an important position that needs community feedback, community support.
The Springfield Public Schools superintendent search process has hit another bump in the road. Co-signed by lawyer Yvonne Espinoza Madrigal, Lawyers for Civil Rights Boston says the current process should be restarted. In a letter sent to the school committee, the organization calls their concerns grave and that a fresh start would restore trust in the community and integrity. LCR citing what they call serious red flags, saying while the school committee adopted the current selection process, the integrity of the process has been compromised by the absence of more meaningful and robust community and student representation on the ad hoc committee. This all comes one day after a public forum was held by the ad hoc committee at Fred Harris Elementary School, where several people, including students like Destiny Cartagena of Springfield Honors Academy, agrees with LCR.
We don't need to rush this process. Why are we rushing this process? We've been rushing this process, and we've been coming out weekly and saying, hey, instead of rushing this process, start from scratch and find someone who can actually do the job.
Espinoza Madrigal was at Tuesday's meeting and wants more transparency.
We are seeing how the unfolding process, instead of bringing the community together to really coalesce around exciting leadership opportunities for the school, are instead very much engaged in a divisive process that, frankly, has been flawed and botched since the beginning.
LCR says a fresh start would allow a reevaluation of what they say are vague and ambiguous criteria. The letter reads, quote, the minimum qualifications for a candidate to move forward in the selection process should be reexamined. Specifically, a rubric should be created to help objectively guide the assessment of highly subjective qualifications. The organization later adds, we strongly advise caution in limiting resume review to one firm or one person, as this exponentially increases the likelihood of conscious or unconscious bias, favoritism, impropriety, and corruption. It may also insulate a hiring choice from the kind of scrutiny that Title VII requires. We spoke with the school committee's vice chair, Josiah Gonzalez, who has been an outspoken critic of how this process has played out. He credits the LCR for stepping in.
This is something that the LCR has provided independently. I believe that there's been several leaders and community stakeholders that have reached out to them. They certainly submitted their letter to the full school committee.
Espinoza Madrigal also shared thoughts on what could happen if the school committee is not receptive.
At this point, it's too soon to say what next steps would be against the city of Springfield, but we're certainly invested in making sure that Springfield Public Schools has the best leadership that it can attract and that it can afford.
Espinoza Madrigal says LCR will be following up to make sure they have an opportunity to meet with local officials. Springfield Mayor Dominic Sarno has not responded to our request for comment, and the screening committee is still on schedule to interview the first 2 of 5 candidates on Thursday. For now, reporting live in the studio, Matt Price, Western Mass News.
All right, Matt, thank you for that live report. And UMass Amherst students and faculty